Welcome everyone to Monday Night Yoga Nidra. Tonight's theme is Making Way for Compassion. We're going to be combining various Yoga Nidra techniques along with some script from Thuptan Jinpa, who is the former translator for the Dalai Lama, who has written a book called A Fearless Heart, which is all about compassion. And we're recording this on World Kindness Day, and since kindness and compassion go together, I hope that both enter your life in abundance if they haven't already. And for tonight's meditation, Mr. Jinpa, I don't know whether you refer to him as a Mr., I guess he's a civilian now. He offers some questions that will be posed in the course of the meditation, which I think can be good guidance for setting an intention for this evening's practice. So if they resonate with you and you want to create an intention in response to the questions asked, feel free to do so. Otherwise, just be open to whatever arises and take it from there. So to start, before we actually settle in, I invite you just to do some gentle movement, perhaps stretching the arms and legs, just taking whatever movement feels good for you. And then perhaps squeezing the hands and fingers tight, 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 tight. Exhale, allowing them all to relax. Inhale, take those shoulders up by the ears, tighten, 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 tighten. And exhale, release them down. Then maybe gently squeeze the buttock muscles, tense, 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 tense. Exhale and relax. And then squeeze the muscles of the legs, tightening, tightening, tightening on the inhale. Hold, hold, and then exhale, relax. And then just notice how that impact of tense and release flows through the body, noticing any sensations that arise. There's no right or wrong, just notice what it is. Now I invite you to settle into a comfortable position. You can either be lying down or seated, whatever you think will be best for you to settle into stillness. Just notice the breath. Allow the body to settle into a deep state of balance and calm. Gather whatever you need to rest into stillness, perhaps an eye pillow, maybe additional blankets. It may be chilly where you are. Any pillows to support your body. Take your time. And then once you've settled in, I invite you to be still. Let go of worry, thoughts, tension. Give yourself fully to the practice. Rest, trust, release. When it feels right, I invite you to take a full breath in. And then exhale with a sigh. Ah. And again, full deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Feel a deep sense of peace and contentment washing over your whole being. Feeling completely supported by the surface your body is resting upon. You may allow your eyes to remain open with a soft gaze or gently closed. Just take time to settle into whatever position feels just right in this moment. Over the next half hour, know that whatever you experience is perfect just as it is. Simply rest at ease and follow my guidance, allowing my voice to become your voice. Once again, I invite you to take a few deep breaths, connecting fully to a sense of safety and comfort. Allow yourself to feel loved just as you are in this moment. There's nothing you need to do, to discern, or to earn this. Love is your true nature. Love is consciousness. Allow yourself to open up to this deeper and direct experience of your true nature, the part of yourself that is timeless and vast, the part of yourself that is whole, healthy, and complete just as it is, just as you are, no matter what. Welcome in all of who you are, past, present, and future. The whole of your existence. An infinite soul in a human form who may not always get it right, but give yourself credit for doing the best that you can. Know that you may always come back to this space of loving gentleness toward yourself, feeling alive and at home in yourself. Now I invite you to relax your body as much as you are able. Once again, take some deep breaths in and out, just a few times. Each time drawing the inhalation down to the belly and filling up the torso with the in-breath, from the bottom to the top, like filling a jar with water. When that inhalation is complete, take a long exhalation, releasing all the air from the torso. Take a few more inhalations and exhalations with this focus a few more times. Allow your breath to return to its normal rhythm. And then once you feel settled, contemplate the following questions. What is it that I value deeply? What is it that I value deeply? What, in the depth of my heart, do I wish for myself, for my loved ones, and for the world? What, in the depth of my heart, do I wish for myself, for my loved ones, and for the world? Stay with these questions for a few moments and see if any answers arise. Perhaps this becomes the basis for an intention. If no specific answers surface, don't worry. Simply stay open with the questions. What is it that I value deeply? What, in the depth of my heart, do I wish for myself, for my loved ones, and for the world? Trust that the questions themselves are working, even when we don't have ready answers. If and when answers do arise, acknowledge them and welcome them in, noticing whatever thoughts and feelings they may bring with them. Finally, whether you've reacted or responded to the questions, notice any set of thoughts or images as the basis for a conscious intention. You may think something like, for now, I may be more mindful of my body, mind, and thoughts. As I interact with others after this practice, may I be more mindful of my speech and interacting with others. May I, as far as I can, avoid deliberately hurting others. May I relate to myself, to others, and to the events around me with kindness, understanding, and less judgment. May I use my time in a way that is in tune with my deepest values. Just take some time and be with these sentiments. Feeling an intention as an ally that supports you to be focused and alert through your practice and in your daily life. Affirming this and the feeling of your intention with your entire body and mind. Notice how it may support you not only during this practice, but perhaps also in your daily life. Silently absorb the following words. May all beings attain happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separate from joy that is free from misery. May all beings abide in equanimity, free from bias of attachment and aversion. Once again, may all beings attain happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separate from joy that is free of misery. May all beings abide in equanimity, free from bias of attachment and aversion. Now, I invite you to bring attention to your senses. Bring attention to the tip of the nose where the air enters the nostrils. Become aware of any aroma or scent in the environment around you. Just notice the sense of smell. Slowly, I invite you to swallow, to bring attention to the sense of taste in your mouth. Perhaps still noticing a lingering sense of smell. Notice the sense of hearing, the sounds around you. Notice how sounds are out there in all directions, front and back, above, below, right and left. Feeling receptive to sound without needing to name or label it. Smells, taste. If your eyes are closed, notice images or colors behind the eyelids. Note the temperature of the air, the sense of touch of the air on your skin. Perhaps the sense of touch extends to feeling any textures touching the skin, your clothing, the weight of a blanket. Notice the surface you are resting on, the body fully supported, the body breathing itself, your senses open and alive. The whole of the body alive. Now, allow the sound of my voice to be your guide and support you in experience sensations as we move throughout the body. As I name each area, you may feel sensations that are present or nothing in particular. But whatever you experience is just as it needs to be in this moment. Once again, bring attention to the body. As I name each part of the body, allow that part of the body to feel the compassion and love that emanates from deep within. I invite you to offer each part of the body a loving embrace. First, let's bring attention to the mouth, the lips, teeth, sensations inside the mouth, roof of the mouth, floor of the mouth, inside cheeks, left and right, back of the throat, tongue, all parts of the mouth that allow us to love taste. Now, I invite you to bring your attention to the ears. Left ear, right ear. Sensing both ears at the same time. The part of the body that allows us to love sound. Now I invite you to welcome in the breath as pure sensation in the nose. Left nostril, right nostril, both nostrils at the same time. The tip of the nose and all that's within the nose that invites us to love our sense of smell. Left eye, right eye, both eyes together. That which allows us to see the world through eyes of love and compassion. Notice the skin, the sensation and touch of air on the skin. Feel compassion and love enter the brain. Bathe the brain in love. Sensing the forehead, scalp, back of the head, neck, inside the throat. Feel compassion and love float down through the head and neck to the shoulders. Bathe each part of the shoulders, arms, and hands in love. Left shoulder, shoulder blade, left upper arm, forearm, wrist, left palm and fingers, and spaces in between. The entire left arm. Feel loving compassion move to the right shoulder, right shoulder blade, right upper arm, forearm, wrist, right palm, and fingers and the spaces in between. The entire right arm. Both arms together, reaching out to yourself and to others from a viewpoint of loving compassion, full of love. Heart sending love out to every cell of the being. Each beat of the heart coming from love. Life itself as an expression of love. Lower back, belly. Loving your belly just as it is. All the internal organs. Hips, and pelvis. Loving yourself just as you are, welcoming yourself just as you are. Feeling the lungs, the breath as vitality. Feel how the body is brought to life through each precious breath. Deep, whole breaths. Long exhalations. Inhale, feeling the breath bringing you to life. Notice how the breath moves easily and fluidly. Experience compassionate love flowing down through the left buttock, thigh, knee, calf, shin, left foot, sole of the foot, toes, and toe pads, and all the spaces in between on the left foot. The entire left leg and foot. Experience compassionate love flowing down through the right buttock, thigh, knee, calf, shin, right foot, sole of the foot, toes and toe pads, and all the spaces in between on the right foot. The entire right leg and foot. Both legs together. The feet and legs which carry us through life, alive with life. Feel every bone and muscle as it holds you up, alive with loving compassion. Sensing love flow through the entire body, the front of the body, back of the body, left side, right side. Sensing the entire body breathing itself, inside and outside. Everything perfect, just as it is. You, perfect, just as you are. Feeling the lungs, the breath as vitality. Feel how the body is brought to life through each precious breath. Deep, whole breaths, long exhalations. Inhaling, feeling the breath bringing you to life. Notice how the breath moves easily and fluidly. Notice your state of mind. Now I invite you to begin an exploration of the breath by expanding your chest so that the lungs feel open. Then take deep breaths, each time breathing all the way down to the belly as if you are filling up the torso from the bottom to the top. Breathe deeply this way, one breath at a time. And if it feels right, perhaps you want to place the hands on the belly so you can feel the belly rising each time the air comes in. When you feel inclined to exhale, allow your breath out in a slow, measured pace. If you find it's more relaxing to allow the breath out through your mouth, do so. Do what feels right. Inhale slowly, deeply, attentively enough so you can actually hear the sound of air coming in through your nostrils. If it's comfortable, you may want to pause the breath, holding it gently for a second or two, and then let it out as a long exhale. Now, to explore it even further, perhaps you hold in and breathe out, ha. Repeat this several times to your level of comfort. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, ha. As you continue breathing in this manner, notice where your mind is. Is it focused on the breath, or is it wandering? If it's wandering, and it may be helpful then to say in, pause, note out as you exhale. Or you may just prefer to notice how the belly and chest expand on the inhale and contract on the exhale. Play with the practice of breathing. If you're feeling stressed or agitated, imagine that as you inhale deeply, cool air comes in through your lungs, spreading to all areas of the body that feel tense. Relaxing these areas as breath spreads through them, releasing tension, tightness, and stress as you exhale with warm breath as it exits the body. Notice the mind, notice the body. I invite you to just breathe deeply in whichever manner feels right to you. I invite you to bring your breath back to its natural rhythm, one that requires no effort. Notice if the mind and body feel calm and relaxed. We're going to be doing a few more breath practices. Once you've settled your breath, imagine your mind as wide open space, vast, expansive, and boundless. See your thoughts, feelings, hopes, and fears. Nothing more than clouds that form and disappear into the vast open space. Whatever thoughts or emotions arise, see that they are just like these clouds. Imagine they arise one by one and disappear into the limitless expanse of your mind. Rest your mind in the spaciousness, feeling calm and relaxed, or just imagining feeling so. Now, once again, I invite you to bring your focus back to your breath. Find your natural breath, one that is not too shallow or effortful. To help anchor your awareness of sensation of your breath, choose a focal point, such as the tip of the nostrils, where you may feel subtle sensation as the breath comes in and out. Or again, perhaps it's feeling the belly rise and contract. Whatever that point is, notice if the mind wanders, and then gently bring your attention back to whatever image helps to anchor you with your breath awareness. When you have found a comfortable breath, mentally begin to count your breaths. With each round of inhalation and exhalation counting as one cycle. Breathe in, breathe out, mentally count 1. Breathe in, breathe out, mentally count 2, and so on. Take a few rounds counting your breath. If you lose count, not to worry, just simply note it. There's no right or wrong. Just gently bring awareness back to the breath and begin counting again. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Be attentive to sensations throughout the body. Feel the sensation of loving yourself unconditionally. Welcome in whatever emerges, just as it is. Perhaps it's just the experience of joy, a smile that radiates from your heart, feeling the heart smiling, and this sensation of smiling expanding throughout your entire body, flowing out into your torso, arms and hands, down into the pelvis, legs and feet, flowing up to the head and face, mouth, lips and eyes, all smiling, the entire body joyful, radiant, and alive with the feeling of happiness or well-being, or just a sense of being okay just as you are. Rest in this feeling and hear my words. May all beings attain happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separate from joy that is free of misery. May all beings abide in equanimity, free from bias of attachment and aversion. Now, while staying in the present moment awareness, notice whatever might happen to enter or pass by your awareness. Perhaps it's an external sound, a vehicle or sound of outdoors, a sensation in the body, or a thought or a memory. Stay alert to your awareness. Simply observe what comes and goes. There's no need to label or judge it. Observe, acknowledge, let it go. 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 May all beings attain happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separate from joy that is free of misery. May all beings abide in equanimity, free from bias of attachment and aversion. Observe, acknowledge, let it go. And once again, I invite you to become aware of the body. In doing so, briefly review the sensations, thoughts, and images that may have arisen in this practice. If nothing has arisen or continues to arise, just be present and aware. Return to the spirit or whatever intention may have brought you at the beginning of this practice. See how this intention may or may not have been present throughout the practice. Whatever thoughts or feelings arise, just be with it. There's no need to push away any negative impressions or grasp at any positive ones. Simply rest in silence and be with it. Finally, I invite you to reflect on something from today that you feel good about. Perhaps it was helping a neighbor or offering an empathetic ear to a friend or coworker. Perhaps it was showing kindness to yourself, remaining calm in a stressful situation. Whatever it was, take joy in the thought of this deed. If nothing else, know that you have set a conscious intention that you may take with you into the next day. Now, taking time, I invite you to transition to an alert, wide-awake state of wakefulness, sensing your body, reflecting once again on loving yourself, on your intention that aligns with your true nature. What will allow you to have more compassion for yourself on a daily basis? Simply note it. And then whenever you feel ready, you may allow your arms to float up from whatever surface they're on, perhaps rubbing the hands together, creating a sense of warmth, allowing the fingertips to rest over the eyelids, the entire surface of the palms on the surface of the face. Notice the warmth of the hands bringing healing energy to the eyes. And either leaving the hands there for a few moments or removing them. Take a few deep breaths in. Let it go. If you've left the hands on the face, perhaps you gently massage whatever area needs to be eased of tension. Once again, take a full breath in. Exhale, release the breath fully. Allow the hands to rest wherever they're comfortable. And then notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how silent the mind is, how quiet the heartbeat is. Begin to sense the room around you. Perhaps eyes fluttering open as you feel ready, maybe wiggling the fingers and toes, moving your body, reorienting to where you are and where you are going. Come fully alert and wide awake. If you're lying down, you may want to move into a seated position. Before we end this evening's practice, I invite you to experience the feeling of gratitude for taking time to practice this evening, welcoming and loving yourself, experiencing yourself as timeless, open, knowing that you are perfect just as you are, whole, healthy, and perfect. And know that you may always have the right response to each moment as you take the time to welcome in your deepest knowing. Know that you may easily enter here again and again. Tonight's practice is now complete. I thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to pause the recording.